Yo! Hey everyone! Doing an unboxing from a couple of places. They all came at different times. The main one's going to be J-List, surprise, surprise. But there's going to be some other stuff. I've already opened it, so I don't know if you'd consider it an unboxing. But I wanted to include it all in one video because I'll probably be going into hospital. Nothing like majorly, serious. It's only going to be a sort of a 1 or 2 night stay, but the recovery period's kind of extensive, and I might not have time to do this unboxing in March, is what I originally intended for it to do, for it to take place. So I'll just get it cracking. Also wanted to say, just while I'm opening this, thank you to all the people that have been donating to my GoFundMe. I'll put a link in the video description once the video has stopped going live, and you can support. It's kind of frustrating. Someone told me that they only take credit card payments via the GoFundMe page, and obviously for those that don't have credit cards, that kind of stifles one's ability to support if they want to. So I put up a PayPal link on the GoFundMe page, and they emailed me and they were like, no, we don't allow you to have links to sites that can basically take away from GoFundMe getting the support. So even though they kept the post of me saying that this is my PayPal, they removed the direct link. So I'll put the PayPal link in the description as well for those that don't have credit cards. Either way, I really wanted to say thank you. On the page itself it says 310 out of the 3,000 goal, and I've made $100 in PayPal donations. So all up, I've raised $410 in 5 days. So I'm really grateful. Thank you so much for supporting, and it's meant a lot, and I really can't wait for it to hit that goal so I can travel around Australia and jam with some of the coolest people. There are just so many great artists out there that I just really want to break bread with and hang out with. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully, I've noticed in a lot of my videos when I watch them back just to see the quality of them, they tend to be really bassy, even though I've turned the bass way down. So if anyone's watching and they say that the volume's too bassy or hummy, just let me know and I'll take the volume down. It's just a little bit nicer to have some music while I'm showing you all these foreign snacks that you'll never get to taste unless you buy it yourself. So this was a big one. I did buy a smaller one. Hello, thanks for tuning in. It's got this little thing. I'm good, mate, I'm good. Well, I'm actually not that good. I feel like I'm in the middle of a mild episode, so I'm putting on a game face, but I'm really not feeling 100%, but the show must go on, so that's what I'm going to do. So I got into this other box was sent to, well, it was supposed to be sent to me. It was basically just 3 snacks and the new issue of the I forget how to call it, but basically it's the No Pantsu release. This is the 5th one. I think might be the 7th in the whole series. There's a comic, and obviously there's an anime which only goes for 6 minutes, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just people getting angry at the fact that you've asked to see their underwear. Niche market, but I think the illustrations are super good. It comes on this really nice matte cover, and just the illustrations by themselves are just sweet, and it's got this little bio here as well. So I'd highly recommend checking them out. That's actually one of the reasons why I started getting into sort of doujin manga and art books in the first place is just, it's so dedicated to a niche market, I guess that particular market relates to me, or I relate to that market, but my point is that that was supposed to come with about 3 snacks, and the snacks never arrived. So I emailed them yesterday. I was like, well, I got the mag. It was all wrapped up and by itself. And they're like, no, it should have come with the snacks. Maybe somewhere along the assembly line, they didn't include it, and they just sent you the art book by itself. So they gave me a refund, which was nice. I was willing to wait for them to restock the snacks and then send them at a later date, but they gave me a refund today, so I'm going to put that into my GoFundMe kitty box, so that was pretty sweet. There were some other things I bought from it's called Osaki Manga. They basically, they operate out of Japan. You ask them what you're after, and then someone who's a member that lives in Japan can say, yep, I can get it. They go get it. They charge you a fee, obviously, and they send it to you, and I haven't had a single problem. And they found some really rare stuff that I've asked for. This stuff isn't entirely rare because it just came out, but I'll show you anyway. So I got the newest issue of Military Graphics. The pictures that they show in the sort of, what it's going to look like, if you buy it, a lot of them are just the illustrations, which are really, really sweet. I'll see if I can find one for a good example. But the problem is that most of it's in text with minimal to no illustrations, which is kind of disappointing, because that was the main reason why I got the magazine in the first place. These ones are kind of cool, obviously that sort of moe, or mo, however you say it. These characters, being warships. Obviously those that watch Girls and Panzer would appreciate that, and obviously Girls Frontline. There are some good illustrations, but most of it is just just text, except for that one there. But most of it's just little, I am assuming stories, but it's mostly text, and because of the lack of illustrations, I just don't know if I would ever buy it again, but now I know. That's pretty sweet though. Got some cool ones there. But considering its weight, I was really expecting more drawings. That's what I'm in it for. I'm an artist. I just give me art. I want drawings. Okay, so this is the second issue of the Girls Frontline comic that just came out. Obviously, since playing it, I've become a major fan. I really, really like the work. It's going to be turned into an anime this year, which is pretty sweet. And the illustrations are pretty awesome as well. Once again, it's in Japanese, but because it is a manga, at least I can enjoy the pretty pictures and get a general idea of what it's all about. But it's it is what it is. It came in mint condition, completely bubble wrapped, and it's got obviously all the little side bits that come with it. So that'll be a nice one for the collection. I'll get the translated version online, but the physical, for those that like collecting physicals, that's where it is. So just take a little sip of my tea. As I said, I'm not feeling 100%. I think it's because I've been drinking a lot more coffee these days, and I've kind of neglected. I used to drink 3 cups of tea a day, as any good colonial descendant would, I suppose. I don't know. But I think the coffee's just made me really wired, and then obviously I have my antidepressants, and then if I'm feeling anxious, I'll have a Valium, and then I've just got this kind of that episode in The Simpsons where Homer's being he's pretending to be a trucker or whatever, that guy dies from eating that really massive steak, so he takes his shoes and does all the delivery, and he has those pet pills, but then he mixes them with the ones that make him drowsy. I don't know, so he's kind of going up down. That's me right now. So before I get into the box, I'll just show you the last bits. Actually, no, I'll save those guys till the end, because that's some more visual stimuli. Alright, so J-List. I think they're rice crackers of sorts. They kind of look like little, I don't know, little potato balls or dumpling things. I don't know. I'm gonna try one. Once again, individually wrapped, which is really disappointing. But I suppose that's how it goes. Ooh, they smell like peanut butter. Really soft and kind of littered with flavor and salt. Holy shit, there's no resistance. As soon as you bite into them, they disappear. They just melt. Ah, it's like a savory Reese's Pieces. Like, I'll just put my hand under it. Like, there's just no... It's just wafer, it's air. That is so good. That's like dangerously good. I'm not a big fan of Japanese snacks, well, sweets. I like the savory stuff. But that is like just the borderline of being as savory as you can get without it being sweet. Holy shit, that's good. Yeah, so I don't know, if you go on a J list and you see something that looks like this, get them. If that's your prerogative. Some chippy type snacks. They look like potato, I guess. Clearly they've... Oh, it's part of the Calbee. I've had those ones before. The ones that look like fries, but they're dry and crunchy. There's no moisture in them, and obviously they've got a massive range that I'm not aware of yet. But yeah, they look quite nice. I'm assuming some kind of like peppered potato. I'm not gonna open them now though, but if anybody wants to know what they're like, I'll be glad to oblige you. All right. Once again, 90% of the time I buy this stuff is because of the visual appeal, because I just think they look cool. So it's obviously some sort of gyoza flavored snack. So it looks pretty cool. Quite small, so I don't know. I guess you only just get like feels like you only get a handful of them, maybe 3 or 4. So yeah, I guess we'll see if they're worth buying in the future. I think it's about the 3rd or 4th time I've bought these guys. I've talked about them in previous videos, so I won't go into them again. But yeah, best hot snacks that you can get because they're not overbearing and they've got this beautiful peanutty, flavor to them. And I can't I can't get enough of them. What else? I'm assuming prawn or shrimp. Oh yeah, okay, so these guys are obviously some kind of shrimp flavored snack. Come in a much longer packet and not as wide, so maybe, I don't know what I'm trying to get out of that deduction. It's like, it's small and it's tall, so therefore it's gonna taste like blah. But whatever it is, the spice is maximum, so I'll be keen to see whatever that becomes. These ones I don't even know. I never know. I kind of like not knowing because I order them and then I know what they are. I know that I'm going to enjoy them, but then I forget what they are because I don't have the English translation as it is when I'm on the website. But, that's a pretty kawaii looking sort of, packet. Should I try one now? See? Because these ones are the least descriptive. Whoa. What is that fucking smell? I know that smell. They kind of look like Cheetos, but not as vibrant. I know that flavor. I do. I don't know what fuck. It's like a mayonnaise, like Kewpie mayonnaise. And it's right on the tip of my tongue. But they are good. whatever they are. Alright. Okay, so the rest is just not... That's all the snacks that I got. In fact, as they always do, they sent they sent 10 items, which I think is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. So basically about 10 items here. I ordered 16, and then when I looked at the invoice or whatever, it said that 10 out of the 16 had been shipped, and the other ones were still processing. So I'm sure I'll get another box, probably after I've gone to hospital, in which case I might wait till the end of next month, and then, do another one. But that'll be it, I think. It's been about 6 months now, doing these once a month, and I think that's a good enough run, all things considered, wanting to save or live. So I got the newest issue of Darling in the Franxx. So this is volume 5. No, sorry, volume 4. Just sworn it was 5. What do I know? All in Japanese, of course, but with some really nice illustrations. If you're a fan of the series or not, some people love it, some people hate it. I personally loved it because it kind of was the reason why I started getting back into watching anime, and just the usual fan service illustrations of all the main female protagonists. Oh no, and here's some for the ladies as well. I stand corrected, so that's good, diversity. And then I think the comic's starting to branch off into its own arc. It's, obviously still doing things on a general scale as far as the story's concerned from the anime. But overall, I think that they're, moving bits around and kind of shortening some parts of it and extending other parts. And obviously there's a bit more nudity in it because, they don't have to worry about the TV censors going no, which is just fine with me. Trying to see if there's anything here that's worth showing without showing too much. I don't know if you remember, but yeah, there's this scene where Zero Two is like, I was all psycho and she's trying to scratch her way out of the thing, I think. It's going all like nuts, like, God damn it, my darling. Okay, look, if you do watch it and you have seen it or you want to see it again, the drinking game that me and my friend Mel did, anytime you hear her, or later in the series if you hear Hero say darling, have a shot of whatever. It's nothing too intense, obviously, otherwise you'll be dead before the first episode's finished, but maybe something like Stolichnia, but like the Rusky. Do that. We tried watching the last 5 episodes and I woke up and I was like, so what'd you think? She's like, I don't know, I can't remember. So it was fun. It's a good irresponsible drinking game. This is really cool. This was actually I bought this, not the first one, but bought the blue one. They call the Yum Tights, which is just more of an art book, nothing like really sort of major about it other than just like the stocking sort of fetish niche. But considering that's all done like in Photoshop, Illustrator and what have you, the way that they're able to emulate the detail of the stockings themselves and how they actually look and how feet look, in them is pretty pretty damn good. So, having said that, there were about 4 more. One of them sold out like buggery, so I ended up not missing it, not catching it. But here are the other 3 volumes here, all pretty much exactly the same. And yeah, nice little collection. And me being so not as anal retentive as I used to, but I really love the fact that they're all sort of like got their own color coordination, and it's really bold. It's like, yes, there's consistency, but there's diversity at the same time. So we got those, and I got the following from Otaku Republic, which I would definitely recommend because they have way more doujini and dinchi and art books than say J-List, but their the cost of each one is much more expensive. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is only sold at like Comic-Con and their sort of independent manga conventions. So when people do grab them, like the price of them skyrockets because these sell out like hotcakes. But all of these ones I got were basically Girls Frontline based or like themed. So that was pretty cool. Got some interesting ones in there. Good illustrations. I wish I could give a shout out to the artists, but I forget their names and obviously their Twitter handles. But for those that are interested and wanting to know a little bit more about some of the products that I've got, like just feel free to check it out later, and or hit me up later, and I'll link you to them. There's this one. I'm not going to open this one because this one's pretty non-safe for work, but you can basically see based on the front cover that it's going for that sort of rope art angle. This one's kind of cool. It's a bit more kind of like Mo cutesy stuff. Not to say that that's like what I'm into in the direct sense, but I don't know. I just think the illustrations are fucking sick. So there's that one, and and then this big one, which is frustrating only in the sense that it's much taller than all the other ones, and so it doesn't fit in the bookshelf that I have intended for all of my Japanese related goods. So once again, my own retentiveness is like, it doesn't fit. It's gotta fit. You gotta make it fit. So there you go. That's basically a build up of about maybe 3 orders that all came in at different times, including one that I never got, well, except for one item because they never sent the snacks. But hey, they gave me my money back. So kudos to them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it went for a little bit longer than I intended, but this might be the last one for a while. I'm really not sure what the next couple of weeks are going to hold, but I have been to hospital. They've said, yep, you need surgery, and the last sort of piece of the puzzle is just waiting for them to call to be like, yep, today's the day, or you got to come in a week or whatever. So I guess we will just have to see how things go. But anyway, those that are still supporting the GoFundMe, please share it around. I feel like just even if you don't want to donate, sharing it is going to make such a big difference in terms of reaching like the community at large. I don't go on Reddit because I think it's just a fucking the biggest downer and such a cesspool. So if there are people that use it and feel like maybe you could help me out by sharing it on there, it'll probably get downvoted because everything new and interesting does. Not to say that I'm new and interesting, but you know what I mean. In any case, any way you want to be involved would be very much appreciated. So I thank you for sticking with me and checking out all these, this cool Japanese stuff. Hopefully one of these days I'll get to have some friends around and we can all sit and do a watch party and eat snacks and talk about how shit Reddit is. Sorry, I'm in the fucking foulest mood today. I've got like something wrong with my back gum as well. I don't know what I did to it, and but it's raining, sort of. It's on and off. We were going to get a cyclone, and it kind of passed us, but we're getting a lot of wind, and the tides are up. So yeah, that's cool. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you soon. Peace out.